And again, I'm going to create some intermediates. As this is a bigger crack, I'm going to create several more than the last one. Again, I'm just going to see how it looks without the edge, because sometimes if you rebuild edge, it's much better to work after that. But I'm just going to see how it looks without the edge, and then probably I'm going to leave the out edge back again. I'm just going to tune up the vertices just to create that destruction of the corner of the building. So now I'm doing just that. First selecting all the vertices that I'm going to modify and just moving them inward. Also, if you note, I'm using not the world or the object orientations, but moving along the normals. So I can change that by going to the transform to attributes. There you can select the tool to move by the normals, not by the world or object space. Now I'm going to select all the edges that are not modified. Also I've left, and just need to delete these vertices that are left by deleting the edge loop that we've created first, that we've deleted. So I'm just going to select all the edges that we've that are not modified on the side of the building, and I'm going to bevel them. So if you see in the renderer, it's just a sharp edge, so we better have some roundness in there. So I'm just going to with the width at 1 and segments again at 1. I'm just beveling this, and now we can render and see how it looks. The difference is it's not that much visible, but it's there. It looks much better than before. It's not a sharp corner, straight sharp corner. It's much better, but I think I'm going to modify the cracks a little bit more. So I'm just going to see how it looks from the render view, and as you can see, the crack is not that much visible from there, so I'm just going to modify it even further. So now I'm selecting the vertices that are beside the ones that are on the edge, and I'm going to move them inward, and scaling on the normal. And doing the same thing with the top crack. Selecting the vertices with the middle one this time, and moving them just a little bit backwards. Now let's render again and see the difference, and it's much more visible now, and definitely better. So one more thing before starting rendering the scene is to create some plants for the plant pots that we've created beside the door. So do that and then we'll start rendering the scene. So to do that, we're going to use paint effects from Maya. So either you can go to the rendering type, or you can go to paint effects inside the quick menu. So as you can see, you have many different effects already placed on the quick selection menu, but we're going to select new brush. So I'm going to click on the third icon with the bucket, and as you can see, we have so many different paint effects that we can use: plants, trees, grass, different grasses. So we have a huge variety, but all we need is some plant or middle-sized brush that we can strip, or something that we can place inside those pots. So I'm just probably going to go with the plants, and going to select I don't know, and now this fern leaf. So I'm just selecting this, and now all you need to do is just start painting onto the geometry. So let's undo that and let's start creating the leaves that will fit the plant pot. So to do that, I'm just going to move the mouse back and forth and in circles, just in one place, so the leaves are more concentrated. And after that, because those are polygons, those are not polygons, so that won't be visible in the render inside Manta Ray. So we need to convert them in polygons. So we can go to Edit, Convert to, Paint Effects to Polygons, and now we have those converted. We can group them, and we can center the pivot. You can see that the plant leaves and the branches are two separate geometries. That's because they have two separate materials that Maya just created for us. Now we can position the leaves inside the pot, rotate them as you see best looking, and duplicating it to the other one. And that looks nice. So we can go to texturing mode and in the viewport and see the leaves already textured and have a transparent alpha channel in the material on the leaves. So we have now nice plants inside the pot. So next thing we're going to do is again select a brush, and this time go to grasses, and I'm going to select this grass here. Just create a nice thin line of grass, just a short line that we're going to put behind the bench, behind the bin, and sprinkle it over the place. So again, going to convert it to polygons and going to group it, center the pivot. I'm just going to sprinkle it around, so there's mainly the grass will be situated behind the bench and behind the bin. I'm just going to duplicate several of the grass pieces on the right side beneath the fence. But before that, we can just see how it looks. So I'm just going to render from the render camera. You can see the plants looks nice, the grass looks nice. So now we can move on to duplicating it even further. So I'm just trying to select this grass piece and duplicating it to the other side.